Check, check, check. Can you hear me? Thank you all for joining with us early. We're going to wait a couple more minutes for everyone to jump on, but really appreciate you jumping on early and joining us for this webinar. It's going to be a kickoff call. We're going to go over a couple of the items that are included in your package, so just hold on a couple seconds. We're going to start in a few moments. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and if anyone else jumps on to this webinar a couple minutes into it, that's totally all right. But I want to congratulate you and thank you for joining us for this today and for jumping in and being proactive. We really appreciate it. Again, I want to thank you for joining us, and we're excited to share what's new and how we can help. I want to congratulate you on being proactive and taking control of your online reputation. As you know, it impacts your business in many ways, and it's important to build your online reputation because it can impact your bottom line. So we just want to go over agenda for today to start us off. I'd like to quickly cover and outline a few things we'll be discussing on our call today. Most of the topics focus on prevention and maintenance on your online reputation. So first off, we want to start off with who we are. We are in a transition period over here at Process Peak, and I will go over a couple of those and what you'll be hearing and new from us. We want to go over back to the basics and a little bit of the evolution of customer service and poor experience and what's the big deal. We want to cover your reputation builder, exploring new tools. We want to go over best practices for asking for reviews, a couple of training tips for your staff. We want to leverage your happy customers, so those past customers, present and future customers. And then online reputation management, what you can expect. What are we giving to you? What do our services include? What are we offering? We're going to go over a couple of items on that today. And then we are going to focus on your dashboard, webinar templates, and other things we are offering. And then if you have any other questions at the end of this webinar, you can go ahead and ask them at that time. But if you have any questions that come up during the webinar, you can ask them in the questions tab on your webinar screen. And we're going to get started. So as many of you might have noticed, we're in a transition period over here at Process Peak. We have been acquired by our competitors, and one of the largest franchising marketing companies in the United States is Fran Connect. You should experience few, if any, changes. You'll probably just see a change in our signature at the bottom of emails when we're responding back and forth to you. But Frank Connect does offer a wide range of opportunity. They are on the East Coast, so we offer somebody over here on the West Coast and now on the East Coast, monitoring any needs that you might have. We are pleased to answer any questions you may have going forth with this transition, but like I said, you shouldn't be experiencing too much of any changes. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Danielle. I'm up here, a account manager at Process Peak, and I know a ton about your Google Plus pages and Facebook pages, so if you've got any questions, you can go ahead and call me at that time. I've been in customer service for the past 10 years. I've enjoyed every single moment of it. I really feel like I have a lot to say, and this is where I excel. And so I am happy to answer any questions you have going forth about customer service as well. And just so you are aware, my colleague Julia is going to be on the call as well. She'll just be in listen mode, but I can go have her say a couple things about herself right now.
Hi there. Thanks so much, Danielle, for that great introduction. So as many of you probably remember me from your kickoff calls or value calls if you've been on the phone with us before, I'm really happy to welcome you all to this webinar format. We're excited to be able to share this type of format with you. We think it's awesome to be able to share more information, more in-depth, go a little bit more comprehensive than just a one-on-one call. A little bit about myself. I've been an account manager here at Process Peak now for Connect, and I've worked in customer service for the past 7 years. Like Danielle, I've really enjoyed the connections I've made, not only with the accounts here, but with people in my other past experiences as well. We are excited to be able to share a new calendar of webinar options for you this month, something Danielle is going to go over a little bit later on in our call today. If you're interested in joining us for future webinars, please let us know. We are more than happy to help make sure you are registered and set up for success. I'm going to turn it back over to Danielle. I think she has a lot of great information to share with you all today. Danielle, take the lead right here. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Julie, for introducing yourself. We really appreciate it. So we just want to move right along to the evolution of customer service, going back to the basics. Customer complaints can give a business a wake-up call when they're not achieving their fundamental purposes and meeting the customer needs. We like to think of customer complaints as a gift over here at Process Peak. It's maybe not the greatest gift you could ever ask for, but it really just realigns your bottom line and what the customers are asking for. It's a feedback mechanism to help you rapidly and inexpensively shift products, service, style, and focus. Businesses that don't recognize and value their customer complaints can suffer costly negative word-of-mouth advertising, and that's definitely something we want to avoid. So the evolution of customer service, we want to just take this back to around 1995 when we did most of our communication via word of mouth and phone calls. If you went to a great restaurant with your family and friends, you might tell other co-workers or other friends about that great experience you had at the local Italian restaurant you just ate at. You would tell them how great their spaghetti was and how amazing their customer service was. So now that the internet has become a little bit more popular, around 2000, we can see that email became another very popular way for us to communicate with customers. And so now customers can reach out to employees or businesses who they thought were doing a great job and let them know just how excellent their customer service is and their services were. Moving right along to when the web-based and mobile ability became a little bit more popular, we see that now you can jump onto your phone right away, go to those social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and Yelp and speak about experiences you've had with excellent customer service. You would tell your friends right there, hey, I just ate at this local restaurant and it was fantastic, or I just had this great service with this business and it was fantastic. And so we want to just be aware of how easily it is for customers who speak about our business online. Going over a little bit of statistics, this survey was taken of a poll of 300,000 people across the United States and Europe, and it kind of just gives you perspective on how customers are feeling after they suffer a poor experience. So we can see here 52% of customers who suffer a poor service are more likely to share about it online. So they get straight online and are telling their friends and family, but not only does this forum give them the opportunity to tell about it with their friends and family, but now they can speak about it with complete strangers. So it's a different dimension now that the internet is more readily available at your fingertips. Another statistic I want to focus on is this 74%. So about 75% of customers who suffered a poor experience registered it in a formal complaint, either with Better Business Bureau or to their corporate team. So not are they only just speaking about it online in a forum, but now they're registering it formally to higher up representatives. One other one I would like to focus on is this 30% reported they had a headache, felt their chest tighten, or even cried. We want to put ourselves in customers' shoes when after they're suffering this poor experience. We want to really, connect with them. I'm sure we've all had a negative experience at one time or another, and we want to remember that time when these customers are feeling this way. We could really focus in on, just how they're feeling and making sure that we're doing the best we can to take care of their needs. So this is a how to handle complaints in 5 easy steps. First of all, we want to thank them for their feedback. Like I said, we want to use it as a tool to improve our services to the customers. So we want to thank them for that feedback. We want to apologize for the mistake. I've been in customer service, like I said, for 10 years, and a simple apology and a smile can go a very long way. You'd be very surprised because that's all customers really want. Take responsibility and promise to fix the problem immediately. So this is really, taking ownership of the problem, whether it be small or large, and just really promising to solve the problem. Correct the mistake promptly. So not only do we want to promise to fix it, but we do want to follow through with that action and fix it promptly. And promise to prevent the mistake in the future. These online reviews are very important, and if someone's giving you feedback on how you can improve your services, once, that's great, but multiple times that, we don't want that to be showing up multiple times on these online review sites. So now that we've discussed negative reviews, we want to definitely focus on positive feedback as well. So let's take a moment to talk about the importance of these online reviews. It's important for small businesses to recognize the importance of these customer service feedback and how customer feedback can really change and shape your business. So a couple of statistics. This is taken from that same survey. As you can see, 2/3 of people are more likely to buy from a store if they find positive comments about it online. So you go to Nordstrom.com, and if you see that it has great reviews, you're more likely to go shop there and buy their product and services. A 1-star increase on your Yelp review can lead to about 5 to 9 increase. So this is just reflecting how important it is for that feedback to increase your bottom line, increase your revenue. This is very important. And customer reviews can create a 74% increase in product conversions. This is another poll taken from that same survey, and it just shows, how customers are talking about your business online. So 7 out of 10 online consumers trust opinions of unknown users, or I'm sorry, 7 out of 10 consumers trust online opinions of their friends and family, but about 90% of customers trust opinions of complete strangers. So these are these online reviews that people are reading. This is kind of funny because your friend can tell you about a restaurant that they just ate at or a service that they just had and say, oh, this was great, I had great customer service, the products came out looking fantastic. But then if you go and read about it online and you see that their online reputation doesn't reflect what your friend is saying, you may not be willing to go and shop there. You may say, hey, I know you enjoyed it, but these customers online are saying that it's not so great. So we want to just really focus in on, friends and family. We care about their opinion, but a lot of times we might care about complete strangers' opinions just as much, if not more. We want to go over a couple of the do's and don'ts when attempting to build online reputation. It's important to consider some of these baseline do's and don'ts. First, under the do's, we want to recognize employees who participate. So whether you're, the one-man show doing it all, or if you have a couple employees working for you, we want to really encourage our employees to participate in this process. We want to discuss the importance of online reviews have on your business. So just let them know how important this is. Go over a couple of those statistics with them. Let them know that online negative reviews can really impact your business, but positive ones can impact your business just as much. Talk about negative reviews. So we don't want to sweep them under the rug and ignore them. We want to really discuss them, learn from them. How can we build a better business? We want to ask customers for feedback who are satisfied with our product and services. This is just reaching out to the customer and saying, we would love to hear from you. We would love your feedback. A couple of the don'ts, these may be no-brainers, but we just want to go over them real quickly with you. The first don't is do not incentivize customers to leave reviews. This is one of the #1 rules on those online review sites, to not let the customer be incentivized. And if they are aware of this on these review sites, your page can get flagged. We also don't want to be writing fake reviews or using fake profiles. This is another one on those review sites that your page can get taken down. This totally defeats the purpose of what our purpose is today, and that is getting that online feedback. We don't want to ask customers to leave good reviews. So we want to ask them for feedback. We don't want to say, can you please leave us a good review? This just, is simple, straight to the point. We want to keep it classy, keep it professional. And if a customer does leave a negative review, we don't want to threaten that customer. Like I said, we want to keep it professional. We want to respond to it in the most professional way possible. And we have handcrafted templates and emails to respond to these. And if you happen to receive a negative review, we will notify you and let you know about it, and we can respond on your behalf. We can also coach you into how to respond. We just want to make sure that other people reading these negative reviews saw that you were positive and you did anything you can and in your power to try and change how this customer felt. And again, we don't want to ignore bad reviews. This just goes back to it. We want to really improve our business from these reviews, whether they be positive or negative. We want to go over some of the best practices for asking for these reviews. Now that we've addressed the importance of online feedback, we want to really dive into the recommended practices on how to actually accumulate these reviews. So we like to tee it up in a 3-part process. We'll make sure that the customer is very aware throughout the whole time that the feedback is going to be very much appreciated and asked for at the end of this process. So the way that we tee it up in a 3-part process is at the beginning of the sale, right when the customer signs on to you, you want to let them know, hey, we love our customer feedback. We will be asking for it at the end of this transaction, at the end of your services today, and we want to really hear back from you. We really feel like our business improves when we hear back from our customers. This just makes sure that the customer is not surprised at the end of this service or the end of the transaction when we are handing out that card and asking for reviews. So this takes you along to the end of this service with the time with your customer. When the customer is satisfied, we are going to want to look them in the eye, thank them for our business, and really let them know their feedback really improves our business, and we really would love to hear from them. Just let them know how important it is. I think that most customers who, really connect with you and feel like they're doing good by doing this service for you are very encouraged to go ahead and leave feedback. We want to hand them that card we've received in the mail. So this is that 3x5 card displaying your business and your location, and it will direct them to that review site. It's a very easy, 2-part step for the customer to do. It, doesn't take too much complication. And then we want to follow up with some feedback a couple of weeks in. So after you've had communication and you've had this follow up with the customer, you want to, reach out to them via email. It could be a card. You can send them some goodies if you would like. Just really thanking them for their business and letting them know that you would like that feedback. Just reminding the customer that you are asking for that feedback. If you have some staff on your team, these are training tips for setting your staff up for success. So #1, we want to help our staff understand the importance of online reviews. So really just let them know, like I said, go over some of those statistics with them, let them know how important these reviews are to you. #2, we want to show them pictures of our live pages. We want to get them excited. I think the employees who are excited to get these reviews are the ones who are going to be getting the most reviews. So we want to really get them amped and excited. Train the staff to engage with the customer. So this is that step of, thanking them for their business, looking them in the eye, and letting them know how important this is to you as a business owner, but also to them as the employee, how it could really shape and help them grow. It could also, let the business owner recognize this employee for having great service. We want to give our staff some homework, so let them go home and, review their favorite restaurant or their favorite coffee shop, their favorite service on one of these online review sites. It just gets them familiar with these sites, and if the customers have any questions at the end of that transaction, they can answer it with the customer. We want to implement an incentive plan for our employees. This, again, just gets them excited to want to participate in this process. And it doesn't have to be anything too big. It could just be something as simple as, you could buy them coffee once they've received a couple of these reviews. You could also set it up as a team effort. So once the entire team receives 5 reviews by the end of the month, you're going to go ahead and buy pizza for everybody on the team. So like I said, it doesn't have to be anything too big. You can go about it however you like, however you'd like to set up this incentive plan. But we've really just noticed it gets the employee excited and to want to receive these reviews for you. Now we discuss how to go about handing out these cards. We want to discuss past customers. How do we reach out to those past customers who we weren't, working with during this program, but they were happy customers? We want to send them a email, and how we can go about doing this, we will send you a template to reach out to those past happy customers. One way we've noticed on getting great reviews on your Google Plus page is that you can categorize your email account into Gmail users. So all those people that you had past customers with a Gmail account, you can go ahead and direct them to that Google Plus page. Everyone else can be directed to your Facebook, your Yelp, your Houzz, your Angie's List, and it really just, focuses on those review sites. We want to reach out to your current referral network. So these are the interior designers, the commercial contractors you're working with, or the other businesses you're working with. We want to reach out to them and say, we want to support other local businesses. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. If you leave a review and like my page, I will go ahead and do the same for you. This really just builds up the community and builds up other local businesses. And I find it's a great way to receive great feedback. We want to integrate this into our future process. So showcasing it on the icons onto your signature. So if you have a signature at the end of your emails, we want to be able to showcase these icons and, direct customers to these sites. Kind of just give them somewhat of a reminder, I did have great service, or this person really communicates well via email. I'm going to go ahead and give them a great review. And it's a very easy way for them to be directed to these sites. You can add your icons onto your local web page. So it's just, again, to team up all of these sites, making them look very cohesive. And we want to add these icons onto those sites. If they happen to stumble upon one of your local business site, they can find these icons on that page as well. We want to add it to your post-checklist process. So this is at the end of that installation, you're going to be going through a post-checklist process. And we want to add it at the end of that. Did we ask the customer to leave us some feedback? Are we reaching out to the customer asking for that feedback? We want to incorporate this into our sales process. This is, like I said, at the beginning of that sale. We want to tee it up then, just so the customer is not surprised at any moment during this process. So leave the work to us. This is the fun part. How do we help you? What are we providing to you? On the left-hand side of the screen right here, you can see this is a 3x5 card that you are going to be handing out at the end of that transaction. It has a little bit of your business information, your location. On the back side, it has that review site. It makes it very easy for the customer to go to this review site and leave feedback. In the middle of the screen, you can see this is what the review site looks like. Like I said, it has a little bit about your business, and it has those 4 review sites you've requested to have. The customer can just click on one of these review sites, and it'll direct them straight to it, and they can straight to the reviews tab, and they can leave some positive feedback for you. If the customer does not have access to one of these review sites, they can always leave you a comment. As you can see, there's leave a review right here, and that's for customers who aren't using these review sites. Other training, we also have other training for your staff, as well as email templates. Like I said, these are email templates to reach out to past happy customers. And then if you get any negative feedback, we have email templates for that as well. So best practices for review management. We monitor your pages at all times. If you're receiving any type of positive or negative feedback, we are monitoring that at all times. And if you happen to receive a negative feedback that we feel like it should be responded to, we will respond on your behalf, or we can go ahead and coach you on how to respond. We want to generate content. So we were working closely with your corporate team to generate content. Your corporate team is very involved in this process with working with our content creation team in creating great, new, exciting, fun stuff about your business. It's very relevant to each business, and so it's just very important that you generate content and activity on these pages. We want to encourage customers to leave great reviews. So that's going back to that three-part process on how to reach out to customers and leaving you feedback. We want to measure the performance of your sites, and we will be doing that for you as well. This is a just quick overview of what the content looks like that we will be leaving on your pages. This is from May, from one of our franchises that we work with, Budget Blinds. And like I said, it's just stuff that's happening within your business. You could see some of the categories over here. We have blogs, style, and industry, sweepstake promotions. And so it's just an all-inclusive content to your business. This is a really exciting opportunity we have with you, is a 24/7 access resource center. It's a really fun way to access all of your information. It's personalized to you. It has great how-tos, frequently asked questions, best practices. These recorded webinars will be on there, so you can listen to them at any time. If you have any questions about what we went over today, you can go back and find it there. We're also having a help desk on this site. You can ask during our off hours any questions by submitting it through this site, and we will get back with you shortly. So it's just a great way to access your business information easily and readily if you are a very busy person or business owner. So these are the upcoming webinars that we are offering. They're very fun and exciting. So we are on kickoff call as of right now. The next call you would like to jump onto is a value call. This is going to be about a month out from our call today, and it's just going to check in with you, see how you're doing. If you're handing out those cards, we could also set up some goals with you if you like at that time. It's just a simple reminder of our process here over at Process Peak Fran Connect. We have specialty seminars as well. These are going to be every Wednesday that says 10 a.m., but it's actually meet at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We're over here in San Diego on the West Coast, so we always remember that wherever you're at, that we are on Pacific time. This past Wednesday, we showcased House and Pinterest, and it was really fun to see how you can, showcase your business on these creative sites. This next Wednesday, we are going to be having affordable advertising for Facebook and Yelp. And then the last Wednesday of the month, we're going to be doing it yourself content. If you want that content to maybe reflect your personal business, your location, you can learn there on how you can create content, what are the best strategies for doing that. And then, like I said, we have staff training as well. This is going to be the second Wednesday of every month at 3 o'clock Pacific time. And your staff can jump on this training call and really listen in how to generate these reviews for you as the business owner. At this time, I am going to be asking you a couple of questions, making sure that you have all the tools needed in this process. And so these questions are going to be popping up any moment. Just take your time. We're going to wait for everybody to answer. So just take your time to answer this question, but we are going to be wanting everybody to answer. It's a great way to figure out, where you're at in this process. So just take your time, but we will be wrapping this question up in the next couple of seconds. Thank you so much. Is everything okay with your marketing collateral? So this is that card that you're going to be wanting to hand out. If you haven't received it yet, it's probably on its way to your house. But if you have received it and something's wrong with it, we want to get that corrected for you. And so you can go ahead and answer this question right now. Like I said, we'll just be giving about 30 seconds to answer this question. We really love everybody to answer. So just go ahead and answer it at your leisure. So this Resource Center login, we can send it to you at the end of this phone call today, but it's that Resource Center, that 24-hour Resource Center that I mentioned. We want to know if you have that login information for that. If you don't, like I said, we can send it over at the end of this call today. So just take your time in answering this, but like I said, it's about a 30-second question. We'll give everybody their chance to answer, and we would really love to hear from everyone. So this time we're going to be asking if anybody has any questions, you can ask them at this time. I'll give everybody a couple moments to see if we have any questions about this webinar today. You can go ahead and ask them in that questions tab. And if you don't have any questions at this time, that's quite all right. Our email is at the bottom at this screen right here, and you can go ahead and ask any questions to that localbooster@processpeak.com. Like I said, we are on the West Coast at Pacific time, so we will be here in the office from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we can answer any questions you have at that time. And if nobody has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this webinar today. Thank you so much for jumping on today and taking control of your online reputation. We really appreciate the attendees who showed, and thank you so much.